said that she wanted me to share a little bit of her.
Woo! Yeah!
There comes a moment in your life where you reach a point and you go, that's it. This is it. And I don't know what that moment was for you, but that was the moment that I decided I had to get out. And I'm sure we've all felt this before, but did you do it? Did you do it? Did you act on it? More than likely you didn't. And don't be offended by my assumption. It's just, life has shown me that oftentimes people in these days will do what's safe for them. And I mean, that's fine. It's just not for me. It's this fuzzy feeling. And one morning, you wake up, and it's like you can't focus, and there's something, and you can't focus, and there's something, and you can't focus, and it feels like there's something you forgot. But you go over and over, and you run it in your head, and everything's in order except for yourself. And then you wake up the next morning, and you're fine. But it's just that fine's a strong word. Are we ever really fine when we say we are? So you wake up and you say you're fine, and you go on with your life. Except 2 months later, it comes back. You wake up and there's a string attached to your core, and it tugs, and it tugs, and it tugs, and it pulls tighter and tighter, and it feels like there's something we can't, and it feels like there's something we can't, and it feels like there's something, and you don't know where it's coming from or where it's pulling to. And so you push it away, but trust me, that won't help. So it comes back, and it pulls you tighter and tighter. Suddenly, everything means more, or less, and less, but so much more. So much more. And the leaves and the trees and the clouds and the breeze you'll start to notice more often. And the opinions of those you love will gradually fade away, and priorities change, and that string pulls tighter and tighter. But you have no idea why you're helpless to that ache for something you've never seen before, never known, never even felt or heard of, but it knows you the way that it's always known you. Now, I'll tell you this, that my friends are some of the best people in this entire world, and I cherish their presence in my life, but all at once, or maybe it was a slow progression I never noticed. All at once, they were nothing. They were less important to the feelings that I found compared to what I wanted and what I felt and what that string pulled me in the call of wild open skies. You see, for miles and miles were louder than the people sitting right next to me. The crash of waves upon rocking shores that can stain your memory through a picture. And sing a song I just wanted to finish. And there are fields of flowers that I've never seen before. There go groves of memories that linger, just waiting to happen. These images. There were trees taller than buildings I'd ever seen before, and mountaintops that beckoned to my feet to come and experience to the journey of finding the very tip-top of who I was, upon finding the very tip-top of who they were, which was everything I needed to be. I made the mistake of going to see a play about a girl who drove for miles and miles from Arizona or Nevada all the way to Alaska because of a feeling that she felt. And granted, that was because of a traumatic experience, but I'm going to call the cosmos onto my destiny. And I planned a 6-day trip from my real life. And I will admit that going into this, I knew what I was doing. I was subconsciously setting myself up for the breaking point, which honestly I believe the point had already been there all along, waiting for me to reach my weakest moment. And I was lying low at my weakest moment. It didn't take very long. I never made it from that 6-day trip. Mentally, that is. I never made it back from that 6-day trip, and I was fixated on everything that wasn't what real life was giving me: my friends, my jobs, my rehearsals, my family. It all took the back burner. It became harder and harder every time I got in my car, not just